We've all marveled at the grandeur of the pyramids, the Colosseum, the Parthenon, iconic symbols of ancient civilizations. But what about the hidden tales, the lost empires, the mysteries that continue to intrigue historians today? Embark with us on an adventure beyond the familiar landmarks as we explore the fascinating and lesser-known aspects of the ancient world. Together, we'll uncover history's hidden gems, revealing the extraordinary and unexpected. The sun dips below the horizon, casting long shadows across the ruins of Mohenjo-daro. The ancient city, once a bustling hub of activity, now lies silent, its secrets buried beneath layers of history. As the day turns to night, the ruins take on an almost mystical quality, bathed in the soft glow of twilight. The wind whispers through the crumbling walls, carrying with it the echoes of a lost civilization. Each gust of wind seems to tell a story, a tale of a people who once thrived here. The walls, though worn and weathered, stand as silent witnesses to the passage of time, their surfaces etched with the marks of history. For centuries, these ruins lay buried, hidden beneath the sands of time. It was only through the tireless efforts of archaeologists that they were brought back to light. The excavation sites reveal layers upon layers of history, each one offering a glimpse into the lives of the people who once called this place home. They hold the secrets of a civilization that flourished thousands of years ago, a civilization as advanced as any in the ancient world. The artifacts unearthed here tell stories of daily life, of trade and commerce, of art and culture. Each piece is a puzzle, a fragment of a larger picture that we are only beginning to understand. This is the Indus Valley civilization, a civilization that thrived in the Indus River Valley from around 3300 BCE to 1300 BCE. Their cities were marvels of urban planning, with advanced drainage systems, granaries, and public baths. The level of sophistication in their infrastructure is a testament to their ingenuity and foresight. A civilization that thrived in the Indus River Valley from around 3300 BCE to 1300 BCE. Their influence extended far and wide, with trade networks reaching as far as Mesopotamia and Egypt. The Indus Valley people were skilled artisans, creating intricate jewelry, pottery, and tools that were highly sought after. A civilization that rivaled the might of Egypt and Mesopotamia. While the pyramids of Egypt and the ziggurats of Mesopotamia have long captured the world's imagination, the achievements of the Indus Valley civilization are equally impressive. Their cities were laid out in a grid pattern with wide streets and well-planned residential and commercial areas, a civilization that left behind a legacy of innovation and ingenuity. Their engineering marvels, such as the Great Bath of Mohenjo-daro, showcase their advanced understanding of water management and urban planning. The precision with which they constructed their buildings and infrastructure speaks volumes about their technical prowess. Join us now as we journey back in time to uncover the mysteries of this forgotten power. Through the lens of modern technology, we can reconstruct their cities, walk through their streets, and experience the grandeur of their civilization. Each discovery brings us closer to understanding the people who once thrived in this ancient land. We will explore their meticulously planned cities, marvel at their sophisticated engineering, and decipher the clues they left behind. From the layout of their streets to the design of their homes, every aspect of their cities was carefully thought out. The artifacts and structures they left behind provide invaluable insights into their way of life. The story of the Indus Valley civilization is a story of human ingenuity, of a people who thrived in one of the harshest environments on Earth. Despite the challenges posed by their surroundings, they built a civilization that was both resilient and innovative. Their ability to adapt and thrive is a testament to the strength and resourcefulness of the human spirit. Come, let us listen to the whispers in the dust and uncover the secrets of the Indus Valley civilization. As we delve deeper into their history, we will uncover the stories of their daily lives, their triumphs, and their challenges. The whispers in the dust are calling, inviting us to explore and learn from this remarkable civilization. Imagine a city unlike any other in the ancient world, a city that stands as a beacon of meticulous planning and sophisticated urban design, a city of meticulously planned streets laid out in a grid pattern, each street intersecting at precise right angles, creating a sense of order and predictability, a city with standardized weights and measures indicating a highly organized society. This standardization was crucial for trade and commerce. ensuring fairness and consistency in every transaction. This was Mohenjo-daro, one of the largest cities of the Indus Valley civilization, a civilization that thrived around 2500 BCE, known for its advanced urban planning and impressive architectural feats. The cities of the Indus, such as Mohenjo-daro and Harappa, were marvels of urban planning. They were designed with a level of precision and foresight that was unparalleled in the ancient world. Their streets were wide and straight, intersecting at right angles. This not only facilitated easy movement and transportation, but also reflected a deep understanding of urban design principles. Houses were built of standardized baked bricks, and many had their own wells and private bathrooms. This level of standardization in construction materials and private amenities was revolutionary for its time. Drainage systems, unparalleled in the ancient world, ensured the cleanliness of the cities. These sophisticated drainage systems were a testament to the advanced engineering skills of the Indus people. These cities were not just centers of population, but also centers of culture and commerce. Marketplaces bustled with activity, and cultural artifacts reveal a society rich in art and tradition. Public buildings, such as the Great Bath at Mohenjo-daro, point to a sophisticated understanding of architecture and engineering. The Great Bath, in particular, suggests the importance of ritualistic and communal activities in their society. The uniformity in city planning across the vast expanse of the civilization suggests a strong central authority and a shared cultural identity. This central authority likely played a crucial role in maintaining the order and standardization seen throughout the Indus cities. The ruins of these cities stand today as a testament to the ingenuity and organizational skills of the Indus people. They offer us a window into a world where urban planning and civic amenities were given paramount importance. They offer us a glimpse into a civilization that valued order, hygiene, and civic planning. The legacy of the Indus Valley civilization continues to inspire modern urban planners and architects, reminding us of the timeless importance of thoughtful and organized city design. Water, the lifeblood of any civilization, was especially crucial in the arid plains of the Indus Valley. This ancient civilization, which flourished around 2500 BCE, depended heavily on the seasonal monsoons and the mighty Indus River to sustain their way of life. The river's annual flooding deposited nutrient-rich silt onto the plains, creating fertile land for agriculture. Without this vital resource, the Indus Valley civilization might never have thrived as it did. The people of this civilization developed incredibly advanced water management systems. They constructed an extensive network of wells, reservoirs, and drainage systems to capture, store, and distribute water efficiently. These innovations ensured a steady supply of water throughout the year, even during dry seasons. The ingenuity of their water management techniques is evident in the archaeological remains that have been unearthed, showcasing their sophisticated understanding of hydraulics and engineering. These systems were not just about survival, they were about thriving. The Indus Valley people used their advanced irrigation techniques to transform arid lands into lush, productive fields. This agricultural abundance supported a growing population and allowed for the development of complex urban centers. The cities of the Indus Valley, such as Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, were marvels of urban planning, with well-laid-out streets, public buildings, and residential areas. From the towering granaries that stored surplus grain to the intricate network of canals that irrigated their fields, the Indus people controlled the flow of water. These granaries were strategically located near the fields and water sources, ensuring that food supplies were secure and accessible. The ability to store surplus grain was crucial for the civilization's stability, allowing them to withstand periods of drought or crop failure. Their cities boasted public baths, private toilets, and a complex sewage system that drained wastewater away from populated areas. These public baths were not only places for hygiene, but also social hubs where people gathered. The private toilets and sophisticated drainage systems highlight the importance the Indus people placed on cleanliness and public health. This level of sanitation was unparalleled in other contemporary civilizations and speaks volumes about their advanced societal organization. This focus on sanitation was unheard of in other ancient civilizations and speaks volumes about their understanding of public health. The meticulous design of their sanitation infrastructure indicates a deep awareness of the importance of hygiene in preventing disease and maintaining a healthy population. The archaeological evidence of these systems provides a glimpse into the daily lives of the Indus people and their commitment to creating a clean and healthy environment. The Indus people revered water not just as a resource, but perhaps also as a sacred element. Water played a central role in their religious and cultural practices. Sacred water bodies and ritualistic use of water in ceremonies suggest that they viewed it as a purifying and life-giving force. This reverence for water is reflected in their art, architecture, and daily practices, indicating a profound spiritual connection to this essential element. The Great Bath at Mohenjo-daro, a massive waterproof structure, may have been used for ritualistic cleansing. This impressive architectural feat, with its precise brickwork and sophisticated drainage system, highlights the importance of water in their spiritual and communal life. The Great Bath's design suggests it was a place for both physical and spiritual purification, where individuals could cleanse themselves in a sacred and communal setting. The citizens of the Indus Valley civilization lived in harmony with their environment, harnessing the power of the mighty Indus River and its tributaries to create a flourishing civilization. They understood the delicate balance of nature and worked with it rather than against it. This harmonious relationship with their environment allowed them to develop sustainable practices that supported their society for centuries. Their water management techniques were not only practical but also sustainable, a testament to their wisdom and understanding of the delicate balance of nature. The Indus Valley civilization's ability to create a thriving society in such a challenging environment is a remarkable achievement. Their legacy of sustainable water management continues to inspire modern practices, reminding us of the importance of living in harmony with our natural world. The bustling marketplaces of the Indus cities were once a riot of colors, sounds, and smells. Merchants from distant lands would have bartered for goods, their languages a symphony of the known world. For the Indus people were not just builders and planners, they were skilled craftspeople and traders. The discovery of Indus artifacts, such as seals and pottery, in far-off lands like Mesopotamia and Egypt, is a testament to their extensive trade networks. These artifacts, crafted from materials like carnelian, steatite, and terracotta, are not just beautiful but also demonstrate a high level of skill and artistry. The Indus people were experts in metallurgy, working with copper, bronze, and even tin, which they likely acquired through trade with distant lands. Their workshops produced a wide range of goods, from tools and weapons to jewelry and toys. The Indus Valley civilization was a hub of economic activity, a testament to the power of trade and the human desire to connect with the wider world. Their legacy as skilled artisans and savvy merchants continues to fascinate us today.
The hot desert sun shines down on a wide area of golden sand, creating a shimmering mirage that dances on the horizon. The vast expanse of the desert is both beautiful and harsh, a testament to nature's extremes. Amazing pyramids rise up from the sand dunes, their pointy tops standing out against the huge sky. These ancient structures, built by skilled hands, have stood the test of time, silently watching over the sands for centuries. These are the pyramids of Meroe, what's left of a forgotten empire, the Kingdom of Kush. This once thriving civilization left behind these monumental tombs, each one a story etched in stone. They're not as famous as the pyramids in Egypt, but these pyramids show us a powerful African civilization that was around for hundreds of years. The Kingdom of Kush was a beacon of culture, trade, and power in ancient Africa. It's amazing how many pyramids are at Meroe. Each one tells a tale of a ruler, a dynasty, and a time when the desert was alive with the hustle and bustle of a thriving kingdom. Over 200 of these royal tombs are grouped together, showing how long and successful the Kushite kingdom was. The sheer number of pyramids is a testament to the kingdom's wealth and the reverence they had for their leaders. Each pyramid, once shiny white, had a small room on top for offerings, a last gift to the dead ruler buried inside. These offering rooms were filled with treasures, food, and items meant to accompany the ruler into the afterlife. The pyramids of Meroe are different from the Egyptian ones. While the Egyptian pyramids are grand and imposing, the Meroe pyramids have a unique charm and style that reflects the distinct culture of the Kushite people. They're smaller, with steeper, pointier sides. This architectural choice not only set them apart visually, but also had practical reasons, adapting to the local materials and techniques available at the time. They also have detailed carvings showing scenes from Kushite life, religious ceremonies, and how brave their rulers were. These carvings are like a window into the past, offering glimpses of daily life, beliefs, and the grandeur of the Kushite era. These amazing buildings aren't just from the past, they're like doors to a rich and interesting history, waiting for us to learn about it. The pyramids of Meroe stand as silent sentinels guarding the secrets of a once great civilization, inviting us to uncover their stories. South of Egypt, in what is now Sudan, was the Kingdom of Kush. This ancient kingdom, often overshadowed by its northern neighbor, played a crucial role in the history of Africa and the Mediterranean. This land, watered by the Nile River, was a place of new ideas and cultural sharing. The fertile banks of the Nile provided the resources needed for agriculture, which in turn supported a thriving civilization. For a long time, Kush was a busy center of trade. Merchants from Kush exchanged goods with traders from distant lands, bringing wealth and new cultural influences to the kingdom. Its traders traveled far, connecting Africa with the Mediterranean and beyond. They navigated the Nile and crossed deserts, establishing trade routes that would last for centuries. The Kushite kingdom started in the 2nd millennium BCE when Egypt had a lot of power in the area. During this time, Egypt's influence extended deep into Nubia, the region that would become Kush. The Egyptians knew Kush was important, especially because it had lots of gold, ivory, and other valuable things. These resources were highly prized and contributed to the wealth and power of both civilizations. But the Kushites weren't just followers. They learned from Egyptian culture and technology, making it their own. They adopted and adapted Egyptian art, architecture, and religious practices, creating a unique blend of cultures. Over time, Kush became stronger and more important, even challenging Egypt. The kingdom expanded its territory and influence, becoming a formidable power in its own right. Around the 8th century BCE, Kushite kings, with a strong army and growing economy, conquered Egypt and started the 25th dynasty. This period marked the height of Kushite power and influence. These black pharaohs ruled a huge empire, from the Nile River to the Mediterranean Sea. Their reign brought stability and prosperity to the region, leaving a lasting legacy. Even though the Kushites didn't rule Egypt for very long, they changed both civilizations forever. Their influence can still be seen in the art, architecture, and cultural practices of the region today. The pyramids of Meroe show how skilled the Kushites were at building, showcasing their architectural prowess and their ability to create lasting monuments that have stood the test of time. But it was their skill with iron that really made them special. The Kushites were not just builders, they were master blacksmiths who transformed raw iron into tools and weapons that were essential for their society. The Kingdom of Kush was one of the first civilizations in sub-Saharan Africa to learn how to work with iron. This technological advancement set them apart from their neighbors and allowed them to develop a sophisticated culture. This gave them a big advantage in war and trade. Iron weapons were stronger and more durable, giving Kushite warriors an edge in battle, while iron goods became highly sought after in trade. Meroe, their capital city, was the center of Kushite iron production. It was a bustling hub where blacksmiths worked tirelessly to produce high-quality iron products. There was a lot of iron ore near Meroe, and the Kushites learned clever ways to get it out of the ground and melt it down, using innovative techniques that were ahead of their time, turning it into tools, weapons, and other important things. These items were not only crucial for daily life, but also for maintaining their military strength and economic stability. Making iron was hard work and needed skilled craftspeople who knew a lot about metal. The blacksmiths of Kush were highly respected for their expertise and their ability to produce superior iron goods. Ironworking changed Kushite society a lot. It revolutionized their way of life, influencing everything from agriculture to warfare, and even their social structure. Iron tools made farming much easier so they could grow more food. This agricultural surplus supported a growing population and led to the expansion of their cities. Their army also became much stronger because of iron. Equipped with iron weapons and armor, Kushite soldiers were formidable opponents on the battlefield. This helped them take more land, protect their borders, and become a very powerful kingdom. The mastery of ironworking was a key factor in the rise and dominance of the Kushite Empire. Kush was different from Egypt in geography and culture, but they had a long history together. This mix created a unique culture in Kush, a blend of Egyptian and African traditions. The Kushites liked Egyptian art and building styles and used them in their own way. The pyramids of Meroe, even though smaller and steeper than the Egyptian ones, show this influence. Kushite temples also had columns, gates, and other things you see in Egyptian religious buildings. But the Kushites added their own artistic style, using their own designs and symbols. Their gods also showed this mix of cultures. They worshipped some Egyptian gods like Amun, Isis, and Horus, but also their own gods, like Apidamak, a lion god of war. The Kushite language, Meroitic, is still hard to understand, but it shows this cultural mix too. Meroitic writing, developed later, used Egyptian hieroglyphs, but changed them to fit the Kushite language. In ancient history, Kush is special because of the important roles women played in religion and government. Unlike many other places where women mostly stayed at home, Kushite women had a lot of power and authority. Kushite queens, called Kandakes, weren't just the king's wives, they were rulers too. They led armies, ordered the building of big projects, and were important in politics. One queen, Amenarrenas, is famous for fighting against the Romans in the 1st century BCE. Women were also very important in Kushite religion. They were priestesses, told the future, and protected sacred knowledge. Temples for goddesses like Isis and Hathor were led by powerful women who controlled religious practices and beliefs. The high status of women in Kush wasn't just for show, it was a big part of their culture. The pyramids of Meroe, standing in the desert, protect more than just the bodies of Kushite royalty. They hold the stories, beliefs, and art of a great civilization. These pyramids were the tombs of Kushite kings and queens. Inside, they're decorated with detailed carvings and paintings that tell us about Kushite beliefs about the afterlife. When you go inside a pyramid, you go down into a room that feels very old. The walls are covered with colorful paintings showing the ruler's life, their victories in battle, and their journey after death. The burial chamber is beautifully made. The ruler's sarcophagus, often carved from one big piece of stone, is covered with detailed carvings and hieroglyphs that tell about their family, titles, and achievements. The pyramids of Meroe are more than just tombs. They're full of information about Kushite religion, society, and art. Even though Kush was a great and powerful kingdom, it's still mysterious because of its writing, which has confused scholars for a long time. Meroitic, the language of the Kushites from around 300 BCE to 350 CE, was written in a flowing script similar to Egyptian hieroglyphs, but with its own unique letters and grammar. Even though it looks like hieroglyphs, Meroitic is very hard to understand. Scholars know the letters and can say the words, but they don't know what they mean. Understanding Meroitic is very important for learning about Kushite civilization. This writing is on temple walls, broken pottery, and even the pyramids, giving us clues about their history, religion, and everyday life. Even though it's difficult, scholars are still working to understand Meroitic. Kush was located between Africa and the Middle East, so it was important in the spread of early Christianity. Its location, along with its trade routes and cultural exchange with other civilizations, helped spread religious ideas, making Kush a good place for Christianity to grow. Historians aren't sure exactly how Christianity came to Kush, but they think it came through trade with Egypt, where Christianity was already strong by the 3rd century CE. Kush, with its history of mixing religions, easily included parts of Christianity into its beliefs. Christianity didn't come to Kush all at once, but slowly over time. Early Christians probably lived alongside people with traditional Kushite beliefs, and the two religions mixed together. Kush's influence on Christianity in Africa spread beyond its own borders. Time can hide even the greatest civilizations, burying their achievements and stories. This happened to Kush. Its powerful empire was forgotten, and its stories became just legends. But recently, people have started to rediscover Kush, finding its treasures and learning about its fascinating history. Archaeologists, historians, and language experts are working hard to learn more about this ancient African civilization. They are carefully digging up Kushite cities, temples, and pyramids, showing us how skilled they were at building and art. Every object they find, from beautiful gold jewelry to large stone statues, helps us learn more about Kushite history, their daily lives, religion, and culture. Kush's legacy is more than just its ruins and mysterious artifacts.
Imagine walking into a tomb lit by soft oil lamps. The air is cool and still, and the flickering light casts dancing shadows on the ancient walls. You see bright paintings on the walls, showing happy feasts, musicians playing and dancers spinning around. These scenes are full of life and joy, capturing moments of celebration. This isn't a sad place, it's a party celebrating life, a big goodbye to someone starting their journey to the afterlife. The Etruscans believed in honoring their dead with festivities and joy. The Etruscans were great artists, and their tombs are full of amazing details that show us what they believed and how they lived. Every brushstroke tells a story of their rich culture. These underground rooms were built as homes for the dead, with everything they might need in the afterlife. From beautiful jewelry and fancy pottery to everyday items that held special meaning. To weapons and chariots, symbols of power and protection, the Etruscans gave their dead the best of everything. They believed in providing for their loved ones, even in death. These amazing tombs give us a special look into the Etruscan world, their beliefs, their art, and their way of life. They are windows into a civilization that valued beauty and honor. Let's explore the world of the Etruscans, their cities, their art, and how they changed Italy forever. Their legacy continues to influence us today. The Etruscans, a mysterious group of people that still puzzle historians today, became a powerful force in ancient Italy around 800 BC. Their origins are still debated, but their impact on the region is undeniable. They controlled the area we now call Tuscany, with its rich farmland and important trade routes. This strategic location allowed them to thrive and expand their influence. They were great sailors, and their ships traveled all over the Mediterranean Sea, connecting them to faraway lands and cultures. Their maritime prowess was a key factor in their economic and cultural exchanges. Unlike the Greeks, the Etruscans didn't write many books. Instead, their story is told through short inscriptions, their beautiful art, and the grand tombs all over Italy. These artifacts provide a glimpse into their sophisticated society. From these clues we see a lively and advanced society that played a big part in shaping ancient Italy. Their contributions to art, architecture, and culture were significant. The Etruscan civilization was a mix of cultures influenced by the Greeks, Phoenicians, and other people around the Mediterranean. This blend of influences enriched their own culture. They were quick to learn new things and use them in their own unique way. Their innovations in technology and craftsmanship were ahead of their time. Even Rome itself was heavily influenced by the Etruscans. Their legacy can be seen in Roman architecture, religion, and governance, which were all shaped by Etruscan ideas and practices. The Etruscans were deeply fascinated by the afterlife, and this is clearly shown in their elaborate and intricate burial practices. They built enormous cemeteries, often referred to as cities of the dead, just outside their towns. These vast cemeteries were meticulously planned, featuring streets, neighborhoods, and even town squares, mirroring the layout of their cities for the living. The tombs themselves were extraordinary, ranging from simple rooms carved into rock to elaborate underground palaces adorned with paintings and treasures. Some tombs resembled the homes of the deceased, complete with multiple rooms, courtyards, and even stone furniture. Others were designed to look like temples, featuring columns, decorated roofs, and intricate carvings that depicted stories from Etruscan myths and everyday life. The Etruscans believed that the spirits of the dead could travel between the realms of the living and the dead, so they filled the tombs with everything the spirits might need for their journey. The walls of these tombs often featured vibrant paintings depicting Etruscan myths, feasts, dances, and sports, bringing the afterlife to life in vivid color. While the Etruscans' things tell us a lot about their lives and beliefs, their language is still a puzzle. Unlike Greek and Roman, the Etruscan language isn't related to most European languages and is hard to understand. We can read some words and phrases, but we don't know what most of their writing means. However, we do understand the Etruscan alphabet. It came from the Greek alphabet and later became the basis for the Latin alphabet, which the Romans used and spread across Europe. Even though it's hard to understand Etruscan, scholars have learned a lot in recent years. By comparing Etruscan writing with other languages, looking at where the writing was found and using linguistic detective work, they have figured out some Etruscan grammar, words and sentence structure. Each new discovery helps us get closer to understanding the Etruscans. The Etruscans were famous in the ancient world for their amazing bronze work. They were the best at shaping and casting bronze, and they made all sorts of things from weapons and armor to statues, mirrors, and everyday tools. Etruscan bronze statues were especially valuable. They were often very detailed and realistic, showing their subjects perfectly. Some of the most famous Etruscan bronzes are the Chimera of Arezzo, the She-Wolf of Rome, and the Orator. The Etruscans didn't just make big statues, they also made small detailed things like mirrors, jewelry, and ceremonial cups. Their bronze work shows how clever, artistic, and skilled they were with metal. Even though the Etruscans were eventually conquered by Rome, their influence continued, becoming part of Roman culture and the Italian landscape. The Romans adopted many Etruscan customs, religious ideas and building styles, mixing them with their own culture. Etruscan architecture had a big impact on the Romans. The Romans copied the Etruscan arch, vault and atrium, which let them build bigger and more impressive structures. Etruscan temples, with their front porch and 3 rooms, also influenced Roman temples. Besides buildings, the Etruscans also influenced Roman beliefs. The Romans got their interest in fortune-telling, belief in omens, and the importance of pleasing the gods from the Etruscans. Even today, centuries after the last Etruscan city fell to Rome, their influence is still felt. The Etruscans, even though they were important to Roman culture and Italian history, are still a mystery. Their language, while partly understood, still has secrets. Their origins are unclear and debated by scholars and continue to fascinate us. They remind us that even the greatest civilizations can disappear, leaving behind only hints of their past glory. The Etruscans encourage us to look beyond written history, to listen to the whispers of the past, and to put together the pieces of a civilization that continues to capture our imagination. The Pyramid of the Sun shows how smart and ambitious the people who built it were. It still amazes people today, and visitors from all over the world come to see it and wonder about its secrets. Teotihuacan is a real puzzle for historians and archaeologists. Every new discovery helps a little, but we still don't have the whole picture. The city planning and water systems of Teotihuacan show how advanced these people were. Even today, scholars are impressed by what they did. By 550 AD, Teotihuacan was in ruins. This once great city, which had been a thriving metropolis and a center of culture, trade and power, was now a shadow of its former self. The grand pyramids and temples that once stood tall and proud were now crumbling, and the streets that had been bustling with life were eerily silent. The fall of Teotihuacan is one of history's great mysteries, a puzzle that has intrigued archaeologists and historians for decades. What happened to this magnificent city? We have some ideas, but no one knows for sure. Theories abound, each one offering a different piece of the puzzle. Some suggest that internal strife and political instability led to the city's downfall. Others point to external threats, such as invasions by rival groups or neighboring civilizations. The truth, however, remains elusive. Some people think there was a fire, maybe because of an invasion or a fight within the city. The evidence of widespread burning in certain areas of Teotihuacan supports this theory. Charred remains and ash layers suggest that parts of the city were set ablaze, possibly during a violent conflict. But was this the cause of the city's decline, or merely a symptom of deeper issues? Others think it might have been environmental problems, like a drought or not enough food, that weakened the city. The region around Teotihuacan is known to have experienced significant climatic changes during the period of the city's decline. Prolonged droughts could have led to crop failures, food shortages and social unrest. As resources became scarce, the city's inhabitants may have struggled to survive, leading to a gradual decline in population and power. The mystery of Teotihuacan's decline is just as interesting as its rise. This city, which once boasted a population of over 100,000 people and was one of the largest urban centers in the ancient world, now lies in ruins. Its monumental architecture, intricate murals, and advanced urban planning continue to captivate researchers and visitors alike. Each discovery made at the site adds a new layer to our understanding of this enigmatic civilization. Each theory gives us a little clue, but the real story is still a secret. As archaeologists continue to excavate and study the site, they uncover new evidence that sheds light on the city's past. Artifacts, inscriptions, and architectural remains all contribute to the ongoing investigation. While we may never know the full story of Teotihuacan's rise and fall, the quest to unravel its mysteries continues to inspire and challenge us. Even though the city was destroyed, its influence remained. Local historians centuries later, the Aztecs found the ruins and were amazed. They named it Teotihuacan, believing it was where the gods were born. Local historian the Aztecs copied some of Teotihuacan's art and buildings into their own culture. That's how the memory of this mysterious city lived on. Section 6. Unearthing the past archaeological discoveries. Today, archaeologists are carefully putting together the story of Teotihuacan. Archaeologist 1, digs have uncovered beautiful murals, detailed masks, and examples of amazing crafts. Archaeologist 2, every discovery helps us learn more about the people who lived here, their beliefs, their rituals, and their everyday lives. At Section 7, mapping the City of the Gods LiDAR technology. New technology is helping us understand Teotihuacan better than ever before. Archaeologist 1. LiDAR uses lasers to map the city in incredible detail. It can even find buildings hidden under plants and dirt. This technology is showing us new things about the city's layout, its defenses, and how big it really was. Section 8. The people of Teotihuacan, glimpses into daily life. Teotihuacan, a city that flourished in the heart of ancient Mesoamerica, was home to a vibrant and diverse population. This chapter delves into the daily lives of its inhabitants, exploring their routines, occupations, and social structures. Who were the people of Teotihuacan? They were a mix of various ethnic groups, including the Totonacs, Zapotecs, and Mixtecs, among others. This melting pot of cultures contributed to the city's rich and diverse heritage. What were their lives like? The people of Teotihuacan lived in a highly organized society with a complex urban layout. They resided in multi-family compounds, which were often elaborately decorated with murals and sculptures. Archaeologist 3, what we've found suggests a complicated society with skilled artists, craftsmen, and laborers. The artifacts unearthed here, such as pottery, tools, and jewelry, indicate a high level of craftsmanship and artistic expression. Traders, merchants, and priests played crucial roles in the economy and spiritual life of the city. The bustling markets were filled with goods from all over Mesoamerica, showcasing the city's extensive trade networks. Evidence of workshops and markets shows us a busy economy. These workshops produced a variety of goods, from everyday household items to luxury goods for the elite. The presence of these markets and workshops indicates a thriving economy that supported a large population. Archaeologist 3. We've also found children's toys and musical instruments, which tell us about family life and the importance of leisure and entertainment in Teotihuacan society. These artifacts provide a glimpse into the daily lives of the city's youngest inhabitants and their families. Family life was central to the people of Teotihuacan. The multifamily compounds suggest that extended families lived together, sharing resources and responsibilities. This close-knit family structure was likely a key factor in the social stability of the city. And what people did for fun, music, dance, and games were integral parts of Teotihuacan culture. The discovery of musical instruments and game pieces indicates that the people of Teotihuacan enjoyed a rich cultural life filled with various forms of entertainment. These activities not only provided leisure but also played a role in religious and social ceremonies, further highlighting the interconnectedness of daily life and spirituality in Teotihuacan. Section 9. Teotihuacan Today, a window to the past. Teotihuacan, an ancient Mesoamerican city located in the basin of Mexico, is one of the most significant archaeological sites in the world. Its name, which means the place where the gods were created, reflects the awe and reverence it has inspired for centuries. The city was established around 100 BCE and reached its zenith between 100 and 250 CE, becoming the largest city in the pre-Columbian Americas. Today, Teotihuacan is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This designation highlights its global importance and ensures its preservation for future generations. The site attracts millions of visitors each year who come to marvel at its monumental architecture and to walk the same paths as the ancient Teotihuacanos. The Avenue of the Dead, a grand thoroughfare that stretches for over 2 kilometers, is lined with impressive structures, including the Pyramid of the Moon and the Pyramid of the Sun, 2 of the largest pyramids in the world. It shows how clever people were a long time ago, and it reminds us of the mysteries still hidden underground. Archaeologists continue to uncover new aspects of Teotihuacan's history, revealing the complexity and sophistication of its society. The discovery of underground tunnels and chambers has provided new insights into the city's religious and ceremonial practices. These findings suggest that Teotihuacan was not only a political and economic powerhouse, but also a major religious center. Visiting this ancient city is an amazing experience, like traveling back in time to a civilization that still fascinates us. The sheer scale of the pyramids and the intricacy of the murals and sculptures found throughout the site offer a glimpse into the artistic and architectural achievements of the Teotihuacanos. Guided tours provide valuable context, helping visitors understand the significance of the various structures and the role they played in the daily lives of the city's inhabitants. The search for answers continues, and every new discovery helps us understand the puzzle of Teotihuacan. Researchers are constantly developing new methods and technologies to study the site, from advanced imaging techniques to DNA analysis of human remains. Each piece of evidence adds to our understanding of this enigmatic city, shedding light on its rise and fall, its people, and its enduring legacy. The story of Teotihuacan is far from complete, and as we continue to explore, we uncover more about this remarkable civilization that once thrived in the heart of Mexico. If your bookshelf is filled with history books, you're a true explorer. Throughout our journey, we've uncovered the hidden wonders and mysterious secrets of ancient civilizations, from the towering pyramids of Egypt to the intricate artistry of the Mayan temples and the revolutionary innovations of the Roman Empire. We've seen how these ancient cultures shaped our modern world, leaving behind clues that continue to intrigue and inspire us today. But there's so much more to discover. So if you're curious about the marvels of the past, don't stop here. Dive deeper, explore further, and let your imagination soar. The ancient world is a vast and captivating tapestry waiting to be explored. We hope this journey has inspired you to delve deeper and uncover the unexpected treasures of the past. Subscribe, like, and join us on more adventures through history. Your next great discovery awaits.